Most people don't learn about the law until after it costs them money, and by then, it's usually too late to fix the mistake. In this video, I'll walk you through 5 legal mistakes that I see people make on a regular basis and how you can avoid them before they turn into a real problem. Hi, my name is Andre and welcome to my channel. I am a licensed paralegal in Ontario and I work with everyday legal issues, things like small claims court, provincial offenses and highway traffic tickets, contracts, and disputes, things that people encounter on a regular basis. On my channel, I'd like to explain Ontario and Canadian laws in plain language without dipping into legal jargon. Now, before we move on, I have to mention that this video is not a legal advice, and if you're looking for one for your particular situation, I would suggest reaching out to a licensed professional. The biggest mistake I see is people thinking, I'll deal with this later. In law, deadlines matter, and missing one can complicate or completely end your case, even if you're right. Small claims court, traffic tickets, landlord and tenant issues, they all have strict timelines. I've seen people lose perfectly valid claims simply because they decided to put things over for too long. If you take only one thing from this video, let it be this: the clock starts ticking the moment a problem starts. But even when people do act on time, there are still things to look out for, which takes us to mistake number 2, relying on verbal agreements. People often say things like, "We shook on it," or "they've promised me." In law, the question isn't what was promised, but it's what can be proven. Text messages, emails, invoices, even handwritten notes, those matter. If it is something important, get it in writing. It doesn't have to be anything complicated, but it just has to exist. Moving on to mistake number 3. This one might sound a bit controversial, but hear me out. In my practice, quite often I come across a phrase, "that's not fair." Just because something feels unfair doesn't make it illegal. Courts don't decide their cases based on emotions. They do so based on evidence, facts, and rules. But don't get me wrong, fairness matters, but legality matters more. And understanding this difference can save you a lot of frustration down the line. Mistake number 4. Saying too much before understanding your position. People often try to explain themselves, be it to the other side, insurance company, or even online. But once something is said, or worse, written, it can't be taken back. I think most of you, through TV series, movies, or documentaries, would have heard the phrase, "you have a right to remain silent." Silence doesn't necessarily mean admitting your guilt. Quite often, it can be strategy, as everything you say may and will be used against you. So, the next time before responding emotionally, take a step back to take a look and understand where you actually stand. And finally, mistake number 5. Waiting until the problem becomes a full-blown crisis. Legal problems, similar to medical issues, are much easier to deal with early on. And by the time someone says, "there's nothing I can do now," most of the solutions are already off the desk. So understanding the process early on gives you leverage, and waiting rarely helps. These are the kinds of issues that I face on a regular basis. To put them down in the list, here they are. Thinking you can deal with this later. Relying on verbal agreements. Confusing the feeling of fairness with legality. Saying too much before understanding your position. And waiting for the problem to turn into a full-blown crisis. Most of them are avoidable, not with expensive lawyers, no, but with basic awareness. And that's exactly why I'm starting my channel. If you found this video helpful, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and leave the comment down below. In future videos, we will go through some of the Ontario and Canadian laws, go through some of the court forms, and react to the new legislation as we learn more about it. If there is a particular legal topic that you'd like to be covered, feel free to leave your suggestions in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.